back to I woke up winning this morning. I woke up winning this morning. I woke up winning, and I pray that you guys did too. Did you guys check out the new merch? I woke up winning. Yes, listen, shopslimthickfitness.com. We are going to be posting very soon the new merch of I Woke Up Winning. And I pray that you guys make sure that you be a blessing and go ahead and grab your hoodie of I Woke Up Winning, and knowing that every day you wake up and you throw that hoodie on, that you win it. That's a reminder to know I woke up winning, you guys. And I also want to give a shout out to all my newcomers. Hey, you guys, to my podcast, to my YouTube. Welcome to I Woke Up Winning. It is such a blessing to have new people on here that is following, that is wanting more inspiration to transform the mind. So I'm glad to have you guys, and everyone that's been following. Thank you. I want to say thank you so much for following. I'm just so excited to pour in the word today, you guys. And I'll just reintroduce myself. I'm Sãdé Teaire of I Woke Up Winning podcast and YouTube. I'm also a mother. I'm also a huge advocate for domestic violence. And I am a transformational speaker. And I'm just so excited to just be able to pour into you guys, to allow you guys to just know that there's so much more to life and so much more that God wants to place over you than you can ever imagine. So let's jump right into it. Let's jump into it to the topic of today. And it is stop sabotaging your blessing. Listen, you guys, every time I've been trying to come on here and record for you guys today, listen, this morning, it has been cutting me off. The enemy has not been trying to get me to put the word out today, but I refuse to lose because I woke up winning, and I'm about to make sure that y'all winning too, because we are not losing at this thing called life, okay? So with all the chaos and craziness going on, let's get into some positivity to wake you guys up to want more for yourself. So today's is stop sabotaging your blessing. Okay, stop sabotaging your blessing, the very blessing that God has placed over your life, the very thing that He has been pushing you to want more for you, the very thing that He's been saying, look, wake up. I have such something so big for you that I need your life to change and shift. I need your mindset to shift, because the route that you're on is sabotaging the very thing that I have called you to do. So number one thing is selfishness. A lot of times we have our own selfish desires that we refuse to look at ourselves and realize that I need a change, that I need to stop going through the same routine that I've been going. Listen, I used to be there. I used to have a season where I kept trying to figure out, why do I keep messing with the same messed up individuals, whether it's friendships, whether it may be a relationship, whether it's how I deal with things while working. Why do I keep going through a same cycle? How can I change something within myself to make sure that I am moving forward? And once I got that, I realized where God was taking me. And that is the most biggest blessing that I have ever, it was extremely eye-opening. Because I woke up winning. I decided to say I woke up winning. And once that registered, I realized where God's taking me. And that may be for you guys too. And I want to tell you, start recognizing I'm going through a same cycle. Some of you guys feel like are so stuck on a relationship and wanting to be in a relationship, or willing to look at potential, when God's like, hold up, I didn't do that. I didn't do that work. I didn't say go ahead and start dating potential. That joker still needs to be worked on, or that sis still needs to be worked on. Like, I didn't give you that so you could try to fix them. I'm the fixer. I'm the one that helps that. Work on you, because if you're looking to fix something, if you're up here trying to seek, that's because there are things within yourself that still needs to be worked on. God's like, I need you to glorify my kingdom. If I place a relationship with you, that is to glorify my kingdom. I'm not bringing your 50% to another person's 50, 25% because of something that you desire just to have a title. No, I need you whole. And whatever I bring with you, to you, is going to be whole and more of a blessing than you can ever imagine. But when you're sitting back talking about, I just can't wait. I need my Boaz. I need my Proverbs 31 woman. When you're sitting back and just constantly thinking and trying to figure out which one it is, you're sabotaging your own blessing from the thing that I'm trying to push you towards. You guys, God is trying to push you towards something greater. And while you're on your journey of greatness and wholeness, you will be surprised of what God places in front of you. Because everything he does is in the intent to glorify his kingdom, not to glorify your flesh. And a lot of times we are sabotaging our blessing because we're seeking out our flesh, and we end up with someone we're thinking about. No, God sent him. I didn't even know that God sent this one. God ain't sent you that. That's you that psyched yourself up to believe that God sent you something that he never said yes to. God did not send you something that is still broken. God did not send you something that is still trying to figure life out. Like, think about it. Do you believe that he will have you question and be confused about something that still still is in the process of him working on? No, that's not how he works, baby boy or baby girl. None of y'all. That's not how he works. He wants to send you something whole because he needs you whole. Now, listen, God operates in how he operates, because I'm not God. But I'm telling you that stop sabotaging your blessing, seeking out things that he did not place in front of you. When God places things on your heart to do, it's to glorify his kingdom. Your Boaz and your Proverbs 31 woman will come. Don't allow that to be the center of your world because God knows what's in your heart. He knows what's in your heart. Clean out your heart and start seeking what you need to do for his kingdom so he can use you. The next thing, y'all. The next thing, instead of sabotaging your blessing, you guys, and we already talked about the selfish desires. You guys, stop trying to grab a hold of anything and everything and feeling as though you need to pour into everybody. Self-care. A lot of time we sabotage ourselves because we're not taking care of ourselves. We're not taking care of our body. We're not taking care of our mind. A lot of times we're feeding our mind things that God did not say, feed it. A lot of times we're around our friends that we think are friends that are gossiping or that are doing things that are not in alignment with God. And we're trying to figure out why is my spirit uneasy? Or why is it that I feel like I just can't move forward? Or I feel like my friendships are just kind of in the same type of cycle, or all seeking the same type of desires, or still just in this rut. God is trying to move you out of certain circles that you're not supposed to be in, that you may not be ready to leave. And he's like, it's time to go. Listen, God has moved me in so many different directions where he's just like, sweetheart, I know that that's something that you would love to have or you like, but that's not where I need you to be. That's completely unhealthy. You guys, boundaries is a huge thing to have when you're living with God, living for God. Boundaries is a huge thing to have. And the thing is, when you try to gravitate and grab hold of people that aren't supposed to be a part of your life, a lot of times those people drag you down where you're not supposed to be. Sometimes people are only there for a season. Sometimes we desire friendships and we desire relationships and we desire all these different things, and they're dragging us down. The things that we place in our mind when people are gossiping, when they're not talking about where they're trying to go in life and having goals and doing things that are prosperous, where there's a vision and where God is placing more on them. How can you grow in a friendship if everybody is still stagnant? You can't take everybody with you. You can't say, let's go, y'all. Everybody, look at my vision. Look at what I'm doing. Because a lot of times there's jealousy. People are envious. People don't want you to do better than them. Or people are okay with you still stuck in your rut and look like you're doing something, but they know that you probably ain't doing something, but they doing something, but they don't want to share what they doing to be doing something. I hope you guys are following along, because there's so many people out here who do not want to see you to do great. And as much as they smile and as much as they're tagged to so many different people and it looks like they're doing great, a lot of times people do not want you to do great. A lot of times people are jealous of you. A lot of times the things that you share with them, they're trying to do themselves. And they're using your ideals and how you are with their vision. People that sit around and allow people to speak negatively on you, and they sit in the midst of that and they don't have your back and speak up against that, or they be like, oh, well, shoot, or engage with them. These people are not your friend. And I'll be the first one to tell you, it took me a while to wake up to who's really in my corner, to who really loves me for me. And a lot of times it hurts when you let people go. And it doesn't mean you sit down with a full conversation. Sometimes you just move forward and where God is taking you. And it's not a bad thing. God has his own journey with them. And it doesn't mean that you have to dislike them or hate them, because please believe, I don't dislike or hate anybody. I just love in a different direction. I just move in a different direction. And that's sometimes, a lot of times, I don't even want to say sometimes, a lot of times I see many people doing is just saying, yup, I just have to move the way God needs me to move. And I have to focus in on the way God needs me to focus in. You guys hear my little boy. He is just so excited this morning. So you guys, that is really what I want to share with you guys, is stop sabotaging your blessing. Because a lot of times the very thing that we have in our heart that we're holding on to, the very thing that we're trying to still latch on and not have boundaries and not have a true vision of where God is trying to take us, we can sabotage the very thing that God is trying to say, let go and allow me to be fruitful in your life. I need you to move forward and grow. How is things that you want going to glorify my kingdom? When I see you move, I'll move. When I see you move, I'll move. When I know that your desire is more about me instead of your own selfish desires, your own flesh, and you're willing to kill it to transform the very thing and purpose that I have over you, I will move. But if you are still in a cycle that you are deciding to stay in, I cannot be the guy that you are calling or wanting me to be, because you are stuck in your own worldly views. You guys, wake up winning. I woke up winning. He wants you to wake up and see, I have something so much greater in store for you. Can't you see? What you think that you want cannot even compare to what I have for you. And it's not about you. It's about getting my people to the kingdom of heaven, to know who I am, to glorify what I have for you. God ain't called you broke. God ain't called you to suffer. God ain't called you to do things that make you feel as though that you're less than. You are enough. He has called you so much higher. And yes, we will go through things. Don't get me wrong when I say he ain't called us to suffer. There's things that we are going to go through things. But a lot of times we place ourselves in situations that he didn't say yes to. Quit being so available to people when God needs you to be available to him. Now that's a word right there. Stop sabotaging your blessing, y'all. Y'all just say it. I'm just feeling so good about this message, because I'm telling you, when you eventually wake up, when you eventually see how wonderfully you were created, and know that there's something inside you that is so much more, so much bigger, you will stop settling and stop looking at potential and stop looking at things that make you feel whole, which is people or things, and start realizing that it's okay to be vulnerable and say, God, I give it all to you. I don't want nothing but you. And I'm okay with that. And God, show me the direction you need me to go in, because I'm going to keep walking this walk and talking this talk of who you are, God, because I want to know what it's like to do things your way and not mine. I've done it my way and it has not worked. I've done it my way and I still feel lonely and depressed and anxiety and have suicidal thoughts and want to just have this anger inside me. That's doing it my way. That's doing it my way. These lustful desires, that's doing it my way. But God, now that I'm doing it your way, I feel a freedom. I feel a breakthrough. I feel as though that my life, there's so much more things that I have not even discovered within myself, that I am wanting to know what it is about living for you, God, that is going to break me to the point to see glory, freedom, love. The intimate relationship that I have with you, God, is so much more powerful than I could ever imagine. So when you get to the point where you're tired of doing it your way, watch your blessing come. Watch God start transforming your mindset and the way that you think, the people around you. You'll start having new friends, new people, new things to talk about. Greater things that is pushing God's agenda and not your own. So I pray this blesses you today. I pray that it does. Stop sabotaging your blessing. I woke up winning. I woke up winning this morning, you guys, and I pray that you did too. And I can't wait to see what God has in store for you. I'm your girl, Sãdé Teaire, and I woke up winning this morning. And I know that God has something so much greater for you. Keep on saying, I woke up.
Set me free. You make me